Hey, so I actually wanted to talk about something that happened at the end of the first video I ever did on this channel. The video we can and should change the money mindset video. We should. Let's change the money mindset. I sound like a typical YouTuber who's chanting, campaigning for bullshit. Anyways, but yeah, I was actually dehydrated before I left, and I'd taken a mushroom coffee adaptogenic concoction, and also had an espresso. But I did have some water, but I guess it wasn't enough. It was maybe like a small glass of water, or maybe a bit bigger. I can't recall from memory, but at the moment, and it was crazy because I was making that video, and it was just like immediately after the video, I just began to get less and less energy, and it got so bad that and this is quite an intriguing thing to point out. You know, your body, everything that's happening in your body is almost like an illusion. You know what I mean? What it is. And so like in a sense, and so you feel like you can run for ages, but when your body gets limited, it shortens those things down. And so that feeling you get when you get out of breath and you run for long distances, you know, or you run for a decent amount of time and then you start getting tired where you struggle to walk. I was getting that shorter. It was like shorter for me. um and it got to the point where I couldn't even like if you ever get exhausted from walking or just in general, you start to feel like you um like if you're going up a hill, like a really steep hill for a long enough time, and you keep going, you'll start feeling like you need to throw up, or your heart will be beating intensely. You'll be sweating profusely. You'll want to sit down, but it won't get rid of the physical pain that you're feeling from running or doing that exercise. It just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. Very much like a heartburn, but a different kind of sensation, that kind of thing. So as I was walking back on a long pathway, um, I had began to experience this, and it just had to like basically take like 10-minute steps for each area I was going. So if I had to, if on the pathway, if there was a bus stop, that was the goal. I'm going to go to the bus stop and wait for a bit, get my energy back, whatever that meant, really, because I was already losing, lost energy. But I mean, whatever, it's sort of, you know, when you get back to your plateau a bit, when you stop and not stop, but you become still. Um, yeah, so I did that. So then I went to the next section, which I can't recall what it was. It was probably just like, I think it was like somebody's like wall or something, and I just kind of like just sort of slowed down a bit when I got there, and then I got around to this point where there was a corner and it's like up on an incline. So we're going up a not that intense, but like about maybe like that intense incline going up, give or take. And then there was like a corner that went up, right? But it was like up, right, around and around or whatever. And there's like a fence and like a car in front of it, of course, fucking cars in the way, YouTube cliche. And so I was trying to get around that bit, and yeah, just felt like that intense feeling where you can't move and your body's burnt, like so much pain. And I actually had to like seriously like stop and like get energy back on another level. Like I was like had my hands, both my hands on the wooden fence, and you know half my half whatever my body showed a little bit there, and I was just like literally like on verge of thinking that, you know, I was gonna actually have to get medical attention. Um, I've actually had this happen to me before where I felt like I needed to go on the ground from feeling that intensity before. And actually, people had come up to actually provide water and medical assistance in a urban sense, not in a literally going to the hospital. But so eventually I got to that point around that corner, and then I had to do the one last thing, which was the big hill. Not big as in like big as in it's a very like horrendous incline. So I'm going up this incline and trying to get there, and I had to stop at the tree hump right outside someone's house. And I sat there. I wasn't trying to look in their house, but I was like outside the house. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? But then like I got up there and got out of that hill, and then there was another pathway. I had to keep going and keep going until I got to where there was another corner there. Go left, and then finally I was at like the, call it the crescent or whatever you want to call it, and we were in the whatever, it's like a half circle, and then yeah, then I was back home. But yeah, that whole craziness happened, and then when I got home, we were doing like because I couldn't even barely like do anything. I was so exhausted, like to the point of like people were getting worried, and they did my like the blood pressure checking, the heat checking, everything. And yeah, one of the things was like there was something that was of concern. Can't remember what it was. It was like my heart rate or something, and then we had to make sure it was going to be fine and stable. But yeah, so that was fucking mad. Um, in that moment, I'm just you feel like you're flowing through the wind, you're flowing through the wind, but you're feeling all this, this pain of in your body, and you can't move very much. And it's on my phone, I didn't have my phone, so I couldn't call anyone. I didn't even have money. I had my phone with me, but it was dead, I think, and I couldn't even call anyone to get like help, because I was so that bad that I was like, I would have preferred to have gotten a lift home, and I couldn't, so I had to literally fight back home. There's fireworks going off, I think. Uh, yeah, it's crazy. You get into the state, and you're just like, I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this, and it's so exhausting, and each step is so bad. Um, you're worried about people's perception of you, or whatever you want to call it. You're worried about people, how they see you, what you're doing, and everything. And it's like, yeah. But yeah, just wanted to put something on here. Um, there are videos that I have somewhere. I think if they haven't got deleted or lost, and I do want to put videos up on here. I'm aware my videos have been quite abrasive. Partly because I'm just kind of tired of it all, but like also because I'm just trying to be honest. Just be like real about it, like a bit. You know, so because it's stuff that I'm quite passionate about, and just yeah. But yeah, I did make some posts on my Tuna Visa channel. I don't actually know how I'm going to be saying that yet. Tuna Visa, Tuna Visa, Tuna Visa, Tuna Visa, Tuna Visa, Tuna, whatever the fuck ever Visa. Anyways, so I did put some posts up there, like I'm going to be doing, working on my Bandcamp collection a bit more. I have a bit of spare money here, a little bit, spending money, so I thought I would maybe try to get some of that done. I've thoroughly enjoyed that, and that working on multi-genre, sensory, aesthetic, um, uh, Bandcamp collection that has patterns in it that match all together as well into one piece. Um, but yeah, that's something. I'm also I know I haven't uploaded anything on my Riva Zunai channel, or Riva Riva Zunai channel yet. I have the sensory toys. Like, see, I'm already showing them. Yes, you know what I mean. Like, I've already got. There's just a few of them. Some of them ripped, but I've got them ready. So it's just I'm trying to figure out how I want to present the video. I could just put my camera up and do point it there. I kind of wanted to, I don't know, have my face and the thing in it at the same time, kind of thing. So maybe I should just speak like this. Hey, everybody, this is fucking blah blah blah. It squeezes. Wee. Yeah, but you're not in camera there. Not in camera. YouTube cliche again. That's all we do around here. YouTube cliches. Okay, anyways, whatever. So yeah, whatever. But I've been thinking about putting some like 16-minute episodes of me playing World of Warcraft, or other like non-horror games. I also want to get back to doing horror games. That's not something I've not wanted to do. I've had some ideas of games I wanted to play, but then there's some issues with that. Um, you know, I would have liked to have done. I don't even know if I'm going to say anymore, but Five Nights at Freddy kind of games and like fan games and stuff because they're like really cool. But the problem is the guy who made it is kind of supporting people I don't agree with, so it's kind of like you can call that a bit stingy if you want, but you know, I'm never going to watch Harry Potter ever again because J.K. Rowling has just like lost the plot. So call it what you want, you know. Um, but yeah, that's just so I don't know. Um, and I think it would be fucked up for me to be playing a game that supports that kind of stuff. So call it, you know, call it what you want. And obviously you could say, well, you don't know every single person getting what their views are when you play the game. Of course not. But if you do, then so I want to get back to horror games too. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the other game. I've got another game from the awesome creator who actually commented on my YouTube on my playthrough of Lorelei. The heck is his name? Actually, I know that he made the Cat Lady. He made Lorelei. He made Downfall, and he made the Burnhouse Lane, which I actually played a bit of it and actually recorded some of it, but I don't know where the footage is. And stuff like that. So I do want to get back to that, but I also want to play like horror games, like 3D horror games, you know, kind of stuff. So we'll see. It's kind of like a vlog for many chances. Anyways, I'm going to finish the video here and let you know that we're going to continue doing this stuff. And because we have this now, we have this vlog channel now. The vlog channel now, I don't have to worry about being too quote unquote. I don't know what word to use because it's not professional and it's not creative either. It's just a different approach to making videos, a bit off the cuff, I guess. And that's so too cliche again, but yeah. And I also need to work on my fucking channel banners and my logos and stuff. Just so much. I have ADHD paralysis. I also, you know, just generally have to be in it. You know, ready. Like, there's my brain has like nodes in it, and so the node has to be there before it happens. Um, but yeah, I'm also, like I said, I'm going to be doing that World of Warcraft add-on development as well. I think I'm a bit worried about that because of the API changes. The people who make the game, the Blizzard team, they're doing some crazy shit with the add-ons, and I just don't know if it's even worth like wasting all that time on trying to do it. But then again, the add-on works, the one that I have already that I was working on, that I want to kind of rebuild again. So I don't know, and show you the process of me building it bit by bit, so that you can have something to look at and watch. Anyways. I do like feedback, so if you could give me feedback, that would help as well. But I don't, no expectation. Anyways, I don't want this video to be super long, not because of YouTube cliche, but because then it's going to take ages to upload. So, and it's annoying for you and not everyone else. So, yeah. When's the next video is going to be? Maybe a few days from now, maybe a week, a month, but yeah, probably a few days, weeks at best. Weeks at most, probably days at best. Um, um, and yeah, one of the things about having this vlog channel, whatever the fuck it's going to be, is if I'm doing something like, say, I go to like relatives or something, and I want to just film stuff, like random stuff or whatever it is, like, and I can make it into a video, then I can do that. I think that's if I can. Like, I do have like an artistic-y vibe to me, so I do tend to try and put some artistry in it. So the footage has to kind of work with me. So if the footage works with me, then you get videos. If it doesn't, then there's less chance of that. I still have like footage back from when I went to Lakenheath. When I was talking, because I did continue talking after the video ended about other stuff relating to my channel and what I was doing. So, but I don't know if it's relevant anymore. So I don't know. I just bye everyone. Thank you. And by the way, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. Um, I am so moved by subscriptions, by commenting, especially when it's like um, pleasurable comments and useful comments and things like that. That's fucking awesome. And people being affected positively and pleasurably by my stuff, preferably on a sensual level as well. That's fucking brilliant. Everything like that. And just I know there's people who like my videos, and I really really like that I'm able to make you want to do that. So, so thank you. Bye.